Oh, please, God, whatever you do, do not let go. Please don't let go. Hello, everybody. I'm back for another movie review, and yeah, this one is going to be a doozy to talk about, let me tell you. So, this time, the movie I'm planning to review is a film called Fall. Fall is a 2022 survival disaster thriller film that came out, and it was directed by filmmaker Scott Mann. There he is. Before I get to, I want to talk about the two leads here. The film stars Grace Carolyn Curry, who I didn't even know who that is until I found out she played Mary in Shazam and is going to play the character yet again for the sequel coming out this year sometime, which I'm actually looking forward to. Virginia Gardner, who played Vicky in the 2018 Halloween movie, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who probably best known by fans as the comedian from Watchmen and, of course, Negan from The Walking Dead. So basically, Fall, Grace Carolyn Curry and Virginia Gardner play Becky and Hunter, respectively. Becky is slowly recuperating after a tragic mountain climbing accident that takes the life of her husband, and she's basically in distraught ever since. Her father is trying desperately. Father, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, is desperately trying to reach out to her, but she just refuses to offer any help, have anybody's help at all. Until her best friend Hunter comes along and offers to cure her of her woes, and offer a one more excellent thrill. And Hunter is basically an adrenaline-fueled junkie. She is willing to take on any obstacle, overcome any fear whatsoever. And she offers Becky a chance to overcome her fears by overcoming one final obstacle that they can attempt to do. And Hunter believes that a perfect thing to do is to scale a 2,000-foot tall abandoned radio tower. And basically, when they reach the top, unfortunately, disaster strikes when the ladder holding that they have to climb up to get to the tower ultimately ends up breaking and basically leaves the two girls stranded at the top of the tower with little to no supplies, no way of reaching to the outside world. Basically, yeah, they're trapped, and of course it all boils down to survival for the two to try to get back down to the earth safe and sound. Yeah, as I've mentioned in my Frozen video, that's basically the plot of the movie, by the way. As I mentioned in my Frozen video, as I've said that the three people stranded on the ski lift was intense. Oh man, it has nothing on this movie. Imagine being stuck at the top of Imagine being stuck at the top of a radio tower and no way to get down, and this thing stands a good 2,000 feet above in the air. Honestly, if you are very acrophobic, this is one movie you may not want to watch, because there are many points in this movie, and I'm very acrophobic myself, and yet I actually, from the standpoint, this movie is actually one of the absolute most terrifying I've ever seen in my life. More than any horror film I've ever seen. And again, this movie, would you consider this a horror film? No, it's more, like I said, it's more of a survival film than anything else. I mean, there's no, the real scares actually come from the fact that these two ladies are stranded atop of this tower, and there's virtually no way of getting down, and they have to rely on their survival instincts, and they have to rely on their skills in order to basically get out of there safely. But, obviously the film kind of has a bit of a pacing thing when after they're stranded and, they're stuck at the top of the tower trying to figure out any way they can to get off. But overall, again, it's all about the thrills and, the fact that there's look at the tower itself is really, it's not a big structure. It's actually very thin. Not many places to hold on to, and it's very easy, no doubt, to slide and fall off. So, yeah, you can only imagine your adrenaline will definitely be pumping with this movie. Even in the movie when the girls are scaling the tower, the adrenaline, It, like I said, it will kick your heart into overdrive. That's all I'm going to tell you with this movie. That's how intense it is. So, like I said, if you're very acrophobic, if you're very afraid of heights, this is one movie you might want to consider avoiding. But for those of you that are adrenaline-seeking junkies, this is a good one to throw in, definitely. Yeah, Lena Wilson of the New York Times basically said it perfectly. One hell of an adrenaline rush, an impressive feat of cinema. I will say the cinematography is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm still impressed with how they filmed many of the scenes in the movie, especially with how they got the dizzying heights of up there in the clouds where the two girls are. Fall earns your clenched gut and your white knuckles, and it definitely deserves that. Very much. The movie was a moderate hit when it debuted in theaters. It was made on a $3 million budget, which, honestly, I'm impressed that they managed to get away with such a budget that small for a thriller like this. And the movie overall in the States didn't make much, but worldwide it earned over $20 million, so the movie was a profitable hit. And believe it or not, it actually got really good reviews by critics. It currently has a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, which actually isn't bad. And I think it earns that rating because that's that. And of course, yeah, some of the critics criticized the film for its pace, especially near the end. But again, it's all about the tension and the thrills. And that's one of the things that makes a survival film that good. And yeah, some of the visuals were criticized, but honestly, they really played a great effect in the end. And for a movie that was only made on a $3 million budget, I mean, it definitely shows. So this is one movie, like I said, it's one hell of an adrenaline-fueled thrill ride. Oh boy. For those of you that have yet to see it, you're in for... If you're looking for a good thrill for a movie, a thrill of a movie, this is one for you. So let's go ahead and talk about the Blu-ray here. This, of course, is the slip case, which is pretty cool. The Blu-ray was released by Lionsgate. Oh, come on. There you go, Lionsgate. Sorry, I'm readjusting. So inside the case here, there's the, of course, here's the thing to, if you wish to download the digital copy, which I really have no desire to, so get that back in there. Yeah, that's fine. So it's just the Blu-ray by itself, no DVD copy, which is okay with me. Honestly, on Blu-ray, Fall actually looks pretty good. Okay. It's presented in a 2:1 presentation, which is a bit of a... It's not the Panavision widescreen like 235 or 239:1. So, but honestly, for the aspect ratio of this movie, it actually fits very well, believe it or not. It fits the presentation of this film perfectly. The visuals in the film look amazing. There's a lot of detail, and honestly, the effects really are not as bad as everybody says they are. I mean, as the critics say they are, if they even are bad, but which they're not. They actually fit the movie very well. The video quality, there are parts of the film where the video looks beautiful, and there are parts where, you know, it kind of doesn't, but for the most part, Fall actually looks pretty good. And the dizzying heights, like, yeah, you can even see the detail in the ground, too, in some parts. So, yes. Overall, out of 5 stars, I would say for the video, 4.5 out of 5. That's how good it looks. As for the audio, it's unfortunately, there's only one audio track. It's in English 5.1 DTS. And honestly, I think it sounds as good as it looks. Again, another movie where the sound definitely plays a pivotal role. Every groan, every creak of the radio tower you can hear as these two women are climbing up it. And even the music plays a pivotal role too, and the dialogue comes out perfectly as well. So again, it's another movie where the sound definitely plays a great pivotal role. I would say out of 5 stars, once again, the audio, 4.5. As I said, it looks as good as it sounds. I mean, it sounds as good as it looks. As for the bonus features, there's not really a lot here. Once again, like I said with my Mountain Between Us video. So basically, we get an audio commentary with director, co-writer, producer Scott Mann and producer James Harris as they talk about the film and filming using many of the camera trickery they used to make it look like, the girls are actually at the top of the tower. A music video of I Have Never Felt More Alive by performer Madison Beer. The song actually plays over the end credits. And a making of and a theatrical trailer. The making of is it's somewhere around 12 to 15 minutes, so that's really it. But it definitely provides a good bit of information about the making of the movie and how they actually filmed many of the sequences atop of the radio tower. Yeah, like I said. And it was produced by, and I believe, it was also produced by by the guy who also worked on 47 Meters Down, which is another film about, two women being stuck in a rather nightmarish situation. They're actually stranded in a shark cage 47 meters underwater, and there's a great white hovering around them. So, again, like Frozen, this is a movie about people trapped in just the most nightmarish of survival situations. And as I said, Frozen was an intense movie, like I said, being stranded on a ski lift. Yeah, like I said, that is nothing compared to being stranded at the top of a 2,000-foot tall radio tower, and there's no way to get down. So, as for the bonus features, out of 5 stars, I would probably give them a 2.5, because like I say, you just get a commentary, a music video, a featurette on the film, and a trailer. So yeah, it's not the biggest selection of features, but should be enough to satisfy some fans. So overall, yeah. I would say for the extras, out of 5 stars, I would probably say maybe a 2.5 out of 5. Probably 2.5. But again, yeah. So overall, for the movie itself, out of 5 stars, I'd probably give Fall maybe a 4 out of 5. I know I'm saying that real generously because, like I said, this is this actually is a very new, well, it just came out last year actually, so that's how new Fall is. So yeah, like I said, Fall is actually definitely an excellent thriller to watch, emotionally and intensely. On the intense scale, out of 10, I would probably have to give it a solid 11 out of 10 on the intensity scale, especially if you're acrophobic. Overall, yeah, I would say recommended. So, yeah, the movie, like I said, is actually really good. It's very intense, extremely intense. The Blu-ray is an excellent presentation of the film. The video and audio are both superb. Extras, while not plentiful, but there at least are some on there to satisfy fans of the movie. So, like I said, if you're looking for an adrenaline-fueled rush of a film, this is it. So, this concludes the presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will continue to do more videos in the days to come. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel. So until then, take care and be safe.